the level of work that you really kind of were required to put in, and the sacrifices that you made, either socially or from a family perspective, whatever the case may be, as you were coming up in those formative high school years. What was that like?
From 13 or 14, I'd say that was when it clicked for me that pro football was going to be where I wanted to end up. And of course, process then becomes part of that, right? So maybe I didn't have the formal language like I do now to talk about it, but back then it was pro football is what I want to do. And so,
Mm-hmm.
how do I reverse engineer that massive goal? Because again, at the time, club soccer, cool. Then you have some Division 1 schools that are starting to recruit you, and D3 and D2, and there's that college thing, which was a must from my parents' perspective. So that's family upbringing as well. That was something that they said, hey, if you're going to do the pro thing, no problem, but you have to get the education first. So I said, all right, fine, no worries. That's just part of the process. And so how do I engineer my way to the goal that I have, or to the next step, I guess. And I think to put it plainly, I would say the amount of work I did off the field, as in non-team sessions, probably outweighs, just in time value, a factor of 6 or 7 to 1. It's not even close.
Wow.
It's not even
Wow.
close. And I am lucky to be gifted athletically, but that does nothing for me if I didn't work at it from a football perspective, right? Like
Yep.
I could be a distance runner, awesome, amazing, and I could, but I wanted to do football, and so what did I have to do? I had to make the sacrifices. Not going to I didn't drink until I was 22. Hit like, maybe 1 or 2 parties in high school, maybe. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was I was the kid in the dungeon, because we had concrete walls in our high school, down in the
Yeah.
dungeon. So I would take a soccer ball at lunchtime. We had a 45-minute break, and I would go do drills against the wall and then shower in the locker room and go to class. Like that was my routine. And maybe I'm an outlier in that. I don't know. But all of the guys that I talk to who are at this level now have done something like that, who have grinded. They've had to do something a little bit different, where they might have sacrificed social status, whatever that means in high school. I mean, it doesn't mean anything now, obviously, as like
Definitely
what
not.
yeah, your social standing in high school means absolutely nothing now. And so, and same in college as well. So in high school, it was, making varsity freshman year super high. But then as the season goes on, I played 5 games out of however many in high school soccer. Because again, before the DA, you were able to do both. So you did
Yep.
club soccer in the summer and the fall, and in the winter, I guess, and then the spring was the high school. And so when I wasn't playing in high school, we lived about 6 miles or so from the high school that I went to. And so I would have my parents come and pick me up. I'd throw my stuff in their car, or in my dad's car, in my mom's car, and be like, all right, see you, I'll meet you at home. And I'd sprint home, basically. And I just run
Wow.
home, because I was like, I'm missing this game fitness. So like, I got to make it up somehow. I got to do
Yeah.
extras. I got to do this stuff. And so for me, the motto early on was, I don't remember where this came from, and this is, at some point maybe I'll think of it and send it to you. But there was this motto that some motivational speaker or some psychologist or something had said during a talk at a, they're not called combines, they're called showcases, like a youth
Yep.
showcase for colleges. And they had a psychologist come in, and he goes, you guys should be pissed off for greatness. And that quote has stayed with me for years and years and years. And that's exactly how I would describe my experience in high school was, okay, you're pissed off you didn't play. Well, be pissed off for greatness. So go work harder.
Yeah.
And that to me was always, 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 always the motto.